The Spider-Man has come. Finally, the Spider-Man has come to Japan and such. Yeah. We are streaming. We are streaming. Ugh. Banana chips.
That's good stuff.
I think I used to eat banana chips, but then I completely swore off banana.
I need that potassium.
Ah, I see.
Help out with muscle soreness.
What's up? Yeah, hey, I love you too. I love you 3000. What up? No homo. Like that. We were just talking about that Black Mirror episode. Yeah, what up guys? So we did have a plan for something else we were gonna do. Um let's get over for a second. We had a plan that we were gonna do, but then after the Etika news broke out, we're gonna change the plan and not do a stream or whatever. What the fuck's with my pants? What is all this on my? I gotta wash. Sorry, my pants. Noticed something white on it. So, what up, everybody? So yeah, I figured that if we did anything today, um, you guys would be a little upset, or you wouldn't be so ganky to talk about anything. I might look like I'm molesting you guys with my finger, but I'm going through the comments right now, so that's why. Yeah. Yeah, something white. Look, my pants, like see right there.
Look like a sweat stain.
I hope it's a sweat stain. It better be a sweat stain from sweat from my balls. My balls. Anyways, so I've said a lot of what I already wait. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. Finger me, sweaty senpai. Ooh, bowl sweat. All right, so yeah, we're gonna record some other stuff on for YouTube instead, just pre-recorded things, and but Terry and I we were just talking about mental depression and how you know it sucks. One thing it sucks, but for the black community, especially particularly for black men, we can't be like offing ourselves like that. And you gotta like the one thing that I want to say, because I don't know if I really mentioned it last night, was don't sacrifice yourself or don't believe that your social media bubble, the social media bubble that you're in, don't think that that's real life. That shit ain't real life. Like that shit is like fucking dandelions. Uh, it disappears with the slightest blow
Yeah.
on whatever. Like if I think about my social media life, every year it's gradually different.
Yeah.
Every year it's gradually different. You, I started just a dude in Fukuoka doing some shit, and I was doing vlogging. So I had a bunch of vlogging friends, and I had a bunch of vlogging associates, J vloggers we called ourselves and shit. Unrested, TKO Sam, all these people I used to Rising Gaijin people, and these people are not here anymore. That's the
Yeah.
main point.
Sam just left.
Yeah, like he came back or some bullshit like
Okay.
that. But no, now he's like fucking making hate videos and shit. Like one of my homies was so fucking pissed because he was talking shit about me in a video, and I was just like, dude, he hasn't been relevant for like 5 years, like 6 years. The last time he was relevant was in a scandal, and that kind of shows what the kind of stuff he's doing.
Yeah.
Then, so a year later or so, then suddenly I'm part of something called the Reactorverse by accident. Now it's Tyrone. At the time, Ryan Wright, all these other people. And it just changes over and over. And then we had the Tokyo Trinity a few years ago. And now that's changing. So I guess the main point I'm trying to tell you guys is like that's only one part of your life, if that makes sense. That's only one part of your life, and that shouldn't be the main part of your life. And I think that was one of the problems with Ithaca is that uh, and this happens with a lot of YouTubers that get accidentally famous, but try to don't really have a what's the word, stability,
Yeah,
control, don't know how to handle it.
yeah, because there's also like a work-life balance when it comes
Right.
to it, right? Like you talk about this all the time, how you have your what you do on YouTube, but you also have like a whole another life here in
Yes.
Japan, which
Exactly.
I think is also a benefit to your own like condition, because we need to be able to disengage and go outside
Exactly.
and do the same thing. But I imagine folks back in the states that this is
It's
all
all
they
fucking
do:
connected. Yeah.
stream, computer. They
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Especially Twitch streamers, especially fucking Twitch streamers. And I'm not saying there's something wrong with being a Twitch streamer, but that shit is your whole fucking life. Like especially IRL uh uh streamers and shit. Like that's a 8 hour gig you're engaging in every fucking day,
Yeah,
and that's your life. Like when do you go out? Like when do you like talk to other people and shit?
yeah,
And I think that's important. That's one of the reasons I never really quit my job to do YouTube full time, because I didn't want to be like, I saw what was happening to Greg Ryan Wright. I saw the breakdown he had. I saw what it did with his relationship. I see what Tyrone goes through every day, just being in that house and just making 5 or 6 videos of anything and everything.
hmm,
And I'm like, I just can't be doing that, like, only. And then look back on your life and be like, okay, so that's all I was doing was pumping out videos for people to
yeah.
complain about, and complaining on Twitter. So, I mean, I guess that's the main thing, the bubble that I would say, like, be careful about that, guys. Like he and I, we grew up in a time when there wasn't even fucking internet. Like there
Yeah.
was internet, but it was government, and then dial up came
You
around.
know, it's funny. I was just talking to my wife about that the other day. I used to get the Juno CDs and do,
Yep.
the time trial for internet.
CompuServe,
Yeah, yeah.
AOL.
I would go online to like maybe write a Zanga blog and then go back out.
Yep.
Like sure.
So we used to like we came up with like, I think we were the last remnants of kids that actually went outside and like fucking played in the park,
Yeah,
and like then dial up came about and shit, and I was up there on CompuServe and
yeah,
AOL, and like when the phone rang, your internet was cut off.
yeah,
That's how crazy that shit was.
yeah.
So you couldn't be online all day.
Yeah, and just like we were just saying before, gaming, has changed. Like back home, I was wondering, do I know this guy? Because we used to go to the arcade, drop a quarter, I'm next. Now it's online gaming, which I'm in no ways, a part of.
Yeah.
I don't even have a system, but yeah, we came from a different era, so
Yeah.
it's sometimes difficult for me to relate.
But it yeah. And so be that as it may, I understand like online presence is important, but I also think that's why it's even more important that you guys take the time to go out to socialize. I mean, even I have a fucking problem myself, is like almost everything I do, even outside of my house, I try to turn into a vlog, but I've scaled back on it a lot at the sacrifice of my channel, but at the same time, I feel like it's something at least I can look better. Like we were just talking about how I wish I recorded my reaction to Striking Vipers of Black Mirror,
Yeah.
but
Oh boy.
oh shit.
That, they were that's the great thing about that show. It caught you so by surprise. Like you didn't even think to fucking
Yep.
to record it.
Yep,
Gotcha, man.
I was just like, oh my god, like, um, but the point I was making was, but Black Mirror has always kind of just been, uh, quality time with my girlfriend, and we've always that's just kind of the way it's been. I've thought about doing reactions to it, but she's always enjoyed just sitting on the couch with me, and that kind of shit is important. You guys got to really remember to keep that in mind and surround yourself around good, supportive people, because what uh it's around yourself around good supportive people. Crimson Minotaur, thank you so much. My condolences, sir. I haven't known this guy, but I do feel sorry for this unfortunate event. Bless you all. Yeah, man. And thank you, Maximus Genital. You really gonna make me say that? Genitalia, Max. Thank you for the dollar. It was all nice and sweet, and then he had to
Yeah.
fuck it up with that shit. Yeah, yeah. Save Martha. Yeah. Um, dial up. Yep. Yeah, man. I mean, the dude was fucking inspirational. Like, in the sense that, and this part I talked about, like he's never even heard of him
Today.
till today. But I mean, I think people that have ever been on YouTube, like he was one of those dudes that was just with, like he got really not, I won't say lucky because I think everything is destiny, but he was in the right place at the right time, and his reactions to some Pokemon stuff was just so like
Yeah.
raw, and like the one I remember the most was him like seeing U2 on screen. Like
Hmm.
Nintendo had some dope shit, and
Yeah.
he'd just be like, "Oh my dick, oh my dick." Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
he was just fucking around, like, but like people could relate, like, yo, this dude goes hard
Yeah.
on Smash Bros and like Pokemon. So, um, and then the last one was when Splatoon. Do you know what Splatoon is?
I've
You
seen
heard
it.
of it?
It's on stream. It's on Steam, I
Okay.
think. Yeah, but I've always seen
No,
it.
and Nintendo. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Splatoon is like it's leading up and showed them the girl's eye,
Hmm.
the Smash Brothers 4 or whatever that
Okay, yeah,
logo
yeah, the
is.
same logo from
Yeah, the
back in the
same
day.
logo, and Ithika, he just went fucking crazy,
Yeah,
and that was such a cool
yeah,
reaction. Like, yes, it was over the top, but it's what people liked.
yeah,
Oh, so you wanted to say something about like
yeah.
here,
Oh, well,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I was just thinking about essentially. I don't know this guy, but I read the story. About him, kind of devolving, not devolving, but losing himself on camera
yeah.
in times, and reading about his run-ins with law enforcement.
Mm.
On the streets, like clearly, he's had a rough time adjusting to whatever he was going through, and it sucks because I know what it's like to grow up in New York, to be a black man in New York. It's a very
Mm.
difficult city in a lot of ways.
And you don't, and on top of that, just to butt in real quick, you don't
Yeah,
really want like mental illness in black men is not seen as like
yeah, yeah,
it's shown as comedy and shit. Like
yeah,
Tyrese,
yeah,
when he was fucking having a breakdown, people were just laughing at him,
yeah,
But that's it's something that's
yeah.
not like catered to.
And
Yeah,
it sucks that that's his thing, but I do understand the need to project yourself in the
yeah,
sort of strength, because all the cards are stacked against you from the minute you're born, right?
right.
And so you got to persevere and push through, and it sucks to hear someone fall from grace and kind of give up their life so early too. Like when it's not it's not over.
And that's a good point, like because a lot of people are saying like, well, like I saw a few comments talking about like, well, he had everything, so fuck him,
Yeah,
like
well, we don't know that.
yeah, like what is everything?
Yeah, yeah,
What is
yeah,
value to
yeah.
people? Like there's so many. Some of the most miserable fucking people I know on this planet are some of my students. They're
Hmm.
the most miserable people, and they have fucking 10 Ferraris and shit.
Yeah,
Like, and they feel like shit all the time.
yeah. Everyone has and that's the problem also with just America in general, and also other places too.
Mm.
We don't believe in the psychosis of the mind. We don't believe that. Yeah, we have our physical health, our body's strong, but you also got to keep your mind and your spirit, strong as well. And we don't put into that a lot. I've had a breakdown where I've had to go to therapy myself when I did that, and like
Oh no shit. Yeah, me too.
it was
Yep.
necessary.
Yep.
It was
Yep.
necessary 'cause I found myself with this hate and darkness inside of me, which I still got. But you kind of push through it
Yeah.
in your own ways, and it's something we got to learn to go through
Yep.
and to persevere through it. I think that's probably the big lesson. You know, because I think of myself when I see people like that. Like I
Yeah.
could have been there,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
look at me, when you feel like you're down and out back then. But I never thought that I'd be married with kids, educated, money in the
That
bank.
is true.
You
I
know,
used to tell people when I was younger that I didn't
yeah,
expect to live that long.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like
Yeah, that was a Kanye quote before he went crazy on one
really.
of his songs. You know, on all my niggas that struggle just to get by a stack. We're never supposed to live past
Yeah,
35.
yeah, exactly. Here
Jokes
we
on
are.
you,
Yeah,
we
right.
still
Yes, right,
alive.
right. And
Yeah,
here we are, right there. Thank
yeah.
you, Daniel, as well.
But that's enough. That's enough. I'm gonna give Kanye. He's blacklisted. I'll
But you
pass
know
that.
that. But that's what's funny is like Kanye is. I would say
He's in
Kanye.
that same
He's
boat.
in that same boat. Him,
Yeah,
Lamar Odom,
you know.
all those dudes.
They need to see somebody. They need to disengage even.
Like
Just because they're
Kanye. Like I feel like Kanye. His whole life fucking changed after his mom died.
hmm
I was just like, what happened to this dude? Like, he really just like flipped a
yeah.
lot.
808 and Heartbreaks.
Yeah,
I remember when I bought that album. I'm listening. I'm like, what's going on? Like, it's a different sound. And it really, then all right. Then he had My Twisted Fantasy. All right, okay, I can deal with this. And then Yeezus. What the fuck, man?
I like Jesus though. I did like
You
it was
know,
very experimental and
yeah,
shit.
I was done. I was like, this is too much. That is it. And then that's all she wrote. I'm not talking. That's it. Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, they be doing it's rough, man. He brought back the tennis shoe industry. Oh yeah, is that what happened? Okay. All right, going back to fingering, just a moment. Reading Jay Perth says, seeing what happened to Ithaca scares the shit out of me to pursue a YouTube Twitch career. And I think, well,
So that's another thing. I was just telling Akasan, like I started my channel, and before hitting the publish button on the damn video, it's like, do I really want to do this?
do you really want to expose yourself
Do
to?
it.
Yeah,
Like we've been through worse. I know I've been through worse. Hell, I've been to hell and back essentially. You just have to learn to also I learned this from Joe Rogan. You hit the publish and you put the phone down. Done.
Yeah,
Walk away.
yeah,
Give some time. Let it
yeah,
fester.
yeah. No, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, um, but I also think that's the thing. Like, I think if you're like I said, with Ithaca and myself and other people, we got famous or popular
Mm-hmm.
by accident. Like, it wasn't preordained. And I think there's two types of YouTubers out there. There's people that got famous by accident, like Tyrone and what have you not.
Yeah.
Just something went viral. Um, and then there's people who preordain, who go in there with the idea to set mind that they're gonna do whatever it fucking takes
Yeah.
to be famous because something is trendy, because
Yeah.
something, so they just copy what everybody else does. And I've noticed this with so many cats. Like, they just befriend people in that circle, and then once that trend starts to dry up, they do they, like what you're saying, like they call out somebody on somebody's opinion,
Yeah.
or they do like they start beefing, and then they move on to something else just to stay relevant,
Yeah.
from fucking Fortnite to Apex Legends videos, or whatever,
Yeah.
to mukbang videos and
And
what,
what's
yeah.
ridiculous is that there's so much to really, in regards to that stuff, there's so much to legitimate things to get upset at. I've rant about this all the time in the gaming industry. I'm learning about like ads in the game, like after you bought it. Like, let's talk about that. Like, but instead of beefing with each other and not creating content, I think that's we need that's not productive.
Right.
We should be actually going against the system, not each other, for fuck's sake.
I agree. Thank you, Russell, for the $3. I appreciate that. Let's go back to before social media. No, I mean, you just gotta work through it. That's it. I
Yeah.
mean, that's like saying let's not use telephones anymore. like,
Yeah, yeah,
oh
yeah.
shit, our video
Social,
killed the radio
and you know
star.
what? Social media is not a bad thing. Like I remember, like we said before, we remember life before it. Like
Yep.
because of Facebook, and I know people hate Facebook, but I'm able to connect with people. I've had people discover me that I've not heard from in 10 years.
Yep.
Because of Facebook. Like I was just chilling a couple of months ago with friends from high school. I haven't seen them or talked to them in 10 years.
Yeah.
Thanks to Facebook or Instagram.
Some of the best pussy I ever got was thanks to Facebook.
Yeah, come on.
I can't do that with a phone.
Yeah.
I can't do that with a tweet.
Because I know what it's like to use snail mail, y'all. Like, that's not it.
Yeah.
Sending letters and
Shit, man, you guys don't realize how fucking easy it is to get pussy now.
Yeah.
You swipe left, swipe right. What the fuck, man? Like, I'm legit. I'm low key kind of mad that I missed the Tinder world. Like,
Yeah.
I got out before Tinder really became a thing, and like my homies that are still single.
Yeah.
I just see it's so fun. I'll never forget. I had this one dinner in Ikebukuro,
Yeah.
and we were talking about social media and shit, and they were just talking about like they were showing me their Tinder swipe, and they're like, oh yeah, so these 4 girls I fucked like yesterday, and oh these I fucked the other week, and they're like, hey man, can I see your inbox? And like he was using Tinder too,
Yeah.
and they swapped their inbox, like
Yeah.
they swapped their direct connections. They were like, oh shit, you hit that girl too? I hit her. Oh, what up, bro?
Wow.
What up, dude? Like, I was like, what the fuck,
No,
dude?
man,
Like,
that's crazy.
it's so like. But what I'm saying is, and I was just like, man, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
Like, I do miss that part of. Oh, the stream froze. Okay. Oh, I see that. Yeah. Akasan, man, I feel like you need a damn hug after today. I can see it in your eyes, but no, that's just me fucking tired. Like, yeah, oh yeah, I was crying all. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna say that I was crying all day, man. Nah, man, I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's just the lighting in here. Like, what? See, nope, it's even worse. Nope. Okay. No. Okay. I just look like shit. Okay. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. All right, guys. So that's 23 minutes right there. You guys, are we still here? Do you read me? Okay. Hi, Junkie. Me? Okay. Hi, Junkie Poo. You and your names, guys. For reals. Yeah. All right, we're gonna. I want to do. We'll probably do the Nintendo E3 stream, or the prepared stuff that people want to show me, because I haven't finished it yet. And that actually will probably be a good way to play into Etika as well. Talk about, because we'll dedicate it to him, and we will talk to you guys in the next.